lives, but we still have these stories that come out, like the so-called Usan Uijan, the Vice Justice Minister, supposed term. Wouldn't you agree?
Yes, it is really very disappointing. Just when, but then gradually the entire repeat. Then the true fact was that actually it was the news reporters, especially the cameramen, who imperiously demanded kind of fault. This is malicious. This is really deliberate, malicious defamation. And media
very blatantly obvious, at least to my eyes, is you have that story with the, let's say the consensus media wants to push as president. Do you feel that there is just no control over that situation and that it will almost create
Anchersu, media was really very, very enthusiastic and very keen to push Anchersu forward, and Anchersu has received the money you can make it. Because as you pointed out, about also transport rating is very high, but then the media is capable of changing it to watering it down. But then, and I think you won't make it. But what does he want to do? I mean, how? What about the career? I think we will probably go to a runoff. Incheon has steadily losing favor. Election strategy. So.
Time for our weekly polls. We have joining us here in the studio, as always, to help us out, Song Yu-jin. Good morning.
Good morning.
And this so-called security number system you just mentioned.
Well, in short, the security number system. This poll was commissioned by TBS and conducted by KSOI. 0.8 percentage point. It is speculated that the government's decision to embrace Afghan evacuees could have influenced the
the Media Arbitration Act revision and the vaccines and all of that. In the party approval rating, this is
Open Democratic Party, People's Party, and Justice Party with respective approval ratings.
So in the telephone interview polls, Lee Jae-myung has a pretty sizable lead over Yoon Suk-yeol, especially in recent weeks. But now that the team in terms of how to right the ship, we have to also mention that the PPP lawmaker Hon Jun-pyo, who's been making rapid progress over the past few weeks, and that could be also eroded.
20% in other pollsters as well. It can be said that the conservative presidential candidate fight has now turned into a two-candidate race between Yoon and Hong, potentially marking an end to Yoon's longtime dominance. To add on, thanks to Hong's
TBS EFM.
So Smart.
On this Seoul Smarts, Seoul's long-term storage. If you've ever ran into a problem of running out of space at home,